Howdy, folks. What's going on? This is the Outlaw Hatfield here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have some news today. It seems like last night's show with Matt was a much bigger success than what I actually thought it was going to be. I gained over 50 subs, and I'm now over 300 there. And the last time I looked, that video had uh 200 and some views in just a matter of hours. So um guys, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that watched the show last night, watched the replays of it or whatever. um I would say that was a hell of a success. So I guess that we will be doing another one of those in the future. Not really sure who's going to be the next roastee, but uh, we will figure that one out. Uh, I was expecting it to do pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to do nearly as well as it actually did. Uh, I was pleasantly surprised. At the moment, that video's got 225 views, so that's not bad in just a few hours. So um, and it's all because of y'all. You stuck in there. You wanted to watch it, so there it is. Let's see who we got out there right now. We've got Obnoxious Ben, Rich White Scott, the Gun Snob. Ghost is out there. What's going on, Ghost? So now there's a few of you hanging around. I've got some links out. Maybe somebody will show up later. Maybe somebody won't. We don't know. It don't matter. We're gonna have fun either way. We're gonna do a little talking. Um, like I said at the end of last night's show, we sent Night Strike the money that we'd earned or saved up or whatever to get his carry gun. So uh, hopefully we'll hear something about that in the next couple of days. That's going to be an interesting decision for him to make. He has assured me that whatever his choice may be, it will not be a Glock. So at least I can say this for Night Strike: he's got taste. He he don't like Glocks. So, but in the same regard, he don't like Taurus and he don't like Ruger either. So, yeah. I see no problem with Rugers whatsoever. I own two of them. I was actually thinking about picking up the LC9 for myself, but Ben says I'd love to join the chat, but Google Hangout still refuses to cooperate with me. So much to Jonas's delight, I can't join. Well. So sometimes Hangouts is just a bitch. I've actually sent links out to people that they never even got. So, I send a link out, it just gets lost somewhere or another in cyberspace. So, it's not happened often. It has happened a couple times. What? You want your money back? Travis, you can't have it back, my friend. I would love to help you out, but that's just. Travis, would you like a link? I never even thought about you. I know that's kind of sad to not think about you, but I think it's because you're a school teacher. You're easy to forget. I don't remember any of my school teachers' names. Period. That's how much effect they had on my life. As soon as I got out of their classroom, I pretty much forgot name. It just did not interest me to keep that information within my skull. But I used to joke and say I probably learned more out of school than I ever did in it. You know, I just cooking. Look. There's only one Trav I cook, and we all know who that particular individual is. And where is he, by the way? Has anybody seen Midnight? Is he up to his elbows in pancakes or something like that? Maybe cleaning out a grease vat? Who knows? Grilled salmon, homemade mac and cheese, and salad. Okay, I can do with the grilled salad. I can do with the salad or the salad, but mac and cheese, no, no. See, mac and cheese to me is one of those foods you only eat when you absolutely have nothing else in the house to eat. Then you eat the mac and cheese. It's like to keep you from starving to death. That's what you would eat.
I would say that's more top ramen than mac and cheese.
I would say it's both, personally, but that's just me. And I like top ramen. So how you doing, Al?
Oh, I am absolutely beat to snot. It's been another hard work day for me. I'm not going to stay long. I'm actually on mobile, so
Yeah, that's fine.
how did the roast go? I did not get a chance to watch it yet.
Well, I was talking about that at the beginning of this chat tonight. At this point, it's had 225 views, and I gained 50 subs, over 50 subs. So
Well,
I would say it was a success.
yeah, I would call that a success. I would call that. I did have a toast ready for Matt, just in case I was able to jump on. I did have a toast ready, but unfortunately, I don't think it's a toast that I should share this early in the evening.
Oh well, feel free. I will make sure that he hears it.
Oh, okay. I will go ahead and give the toast to Matt that was supposed to be during the roast. So here it is. Here's to you, you bastard, you rotten son of a bitch. I hope crabs as big as roaches jump on your balls and itch. And when you're old and feeble and a syphilitic wreck, I hope your head falls through your asshole and breaks your fucking neck.
He would have liked that. And I like that. That was good. That was good. Midnight Range did one last night that I thought was freaking awesome. But yeah, that would have been great last night. Throw some bacon in mac and cheese. Yeah, bacon makes everything better, but still, mac and cheese is just one of those things that I refuse to eat unless I'm absolutely starving to death. I actually like the ramen noodles. I can eat those about any time, but mac and cheese is no, can't do it.
I mean, a mac and cheese is good. I mean, just box mac and cheese is not really all that special. There's all kinds of things you can do if you just use it like as a base, as a starter. But
okay, yeah, I could see that. Maybe add some tuna to it, some chicken, some something.
One of the things that I used to do was tuna and peas.
Yeah,
You just mix tuna and peas.
homemade tuna helper.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Is yeah, you could do lots of stuff with it. We used to make cheeseburger macaroni, um, but you doctor it up. It's just like ramen in my book, because you can do all kinds of different things with it as long as you get creative with it. You just use it more as an ingredient than a dish.
Yeah. Well, normally when I make ramen, now what I do is I'll mix some hot sauce in there, maybe some Worcestershire sauce, um, maybe even throw some crackers in it, you know, just to add some substance. But I'm not a cook at all. Never claimed to be. Uh, it would not do for me to be one of the cooks at work. I would probably get sued for food poisoning. So that's not a good thing. Me working on the line would be a disaster because I just do not have the talent to cook. Uh, my idea of cooking is 2 minutes in a microwave. That's it. That's that's cooking to me. Some corn dogs on a plate in a microwave.
in
That's
my
cooking.
in my first marriage, I was the main cook of the house. I mean, if anything was getting cooked indoors, and this is like completely ass backwards, but I was the cook indoors, and my wife did all the barbecuing. So yeah, kind of completely ass backwards, and I did all the cooking. And nowadays, it's completely different. If I can't like pick it up through my car window, or put it in a microwave for 2 minutes. If it takes 3 minutes, it takes too damn long.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, do you know I have never cooked anything on a grill ever, other than maybe some hot dogs. That's the extent. I have.
That's almost tragic. You got to try it. I mean, there's lots of things that turn out really, really well grilled.
It's I can throw hot dogs on the grill, heat them up, you know, put them on a bun, and eat them. That 4 or 5 minutes, I'm good. I'm happy. But I'm not going to stand over a grill for 2 hours. This ain't going to do it. And Clover put out that video a while back, and he was out there all day with that stuff. And I was like, dude, I just ain't got the patience for it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Wouldn't even attempt it. I would be pulling my hair out trying to make sure everything was not burning or this, that, and the other. Speaking of midnight, there he is. Yeah, you talk about food, he shows up. Then I knew it wouldn't be long. Alan, how about something a little more personal to you? How's your girlfriend doing? How's the recovery?
It's going really well. She's up and moving around. We uh, we went for a little drive last night and watched the sunset, and uh, did a couple of small errands. And with the recovery of having the heart surgery, she can't ride in the front seat. um, in the worst case scenario, I get in a wreck and an airbag goes off. That's not going to be very good. um,
No.
so yeah, we just got some time away from everything else, and she was able to just be normal for a little bit, which is something that she was needing. When you've been laid up in the hospital and they cracked your chest open and everything else, she was really needing that. And so hopefully, she'll be up to tonight, doing a little something too. So it's going along really well. She's nowhere up to speed yet, but she's doing really well.
Well, I'm glad she's making a quick recovery, man. We were all thinking about it. We both of you actually, and uh, you tell her we're pulling for her. She's she's got a bunch of boneheads from gun channels that's got her back. So
Yeah, it's very surprising to her because she doesn't want to be on video, and and anybody that knows me knows of her, but she doesn't want to be on video. She doesn't even like pictures, and so it's really kind of surprising to her how much support she's gotten from the gun community out here.
well, that's why we're here, man. It's not always about guns and blowing shit up. It's we have hearts and we do care. And she's your girlfriend. That makes her part of the family. That's just the way I look at it anyway. Maybe I'm off base with everybody else's way of thinking, but that's how I feel about it personally. She's your girlfriend. You're part of the family. That makes her part of the family. And I'm pretty sure that Scotsman would echo me on that. So, and so would probably most of the people watching this video at the moment. So, there we have that. When's her next trip to the hospital? When she's got to go do a checkup?
She's got a checkup in a couple of days, and everything's looking great right now. So we don't actually have much in the way of concerns. She's got plenty of people that are looking after her and so forth while I'm at work. And it's like right now I'm just in between work and going to see her. Um, so luckily for she's got plenty of local support also. I couldn't imagine what it would be to go through a complete open heart surgery and not have people there to help you. That'd be rough.
I remember when my buddy Ronnie had open heart surgery back. It's been years and years and years ago. And he was talking about the first thing he remembered when they woke him up was he was dying of thirst and they would not let him have anything to drink. And he said it felt like they was torturing me because they just wouldn't let me drink anything because they was afraid I would choke on it that soon after surgery. And I was like, wow. There's a lot that goes into that sort of thing, and I've never had any kind of major surgeries, major operations. In fact, the last time I had seen a doctor for anything major was when I was, I guess, 14 years old and broke my arm. You know, which is a story all in itself because I broke it once, and then a week later I broke it again about 3 inches above the first break, inside the cast of the first break. By the way, I was a rough kid to say the least.
So you broke your arm in a different spot while you had a cast on your arm from breaking it the first time.
Yes, yes, and they had to do surgery on it after that second break. So, eh, that was interesting. I thought my mom was going to kill me. I thought the doctor was going to kill me for that. Anyway, yeah, I
So
spent that whole.
how did you break your arm to begin with?
Well, what had happened was, to steal a line from somebody we know and love, uh, I was showing off in front of some girls, and we were all swinging on some grapevines and having a good old time. The vine broke, and when the broke, my ass come flying out of the air and landed wrong and broke my arm. I lifted my arm up, and about, I guess, 3, 4 inches above the wrist, it was sticking straight up. And I guess I was in shock. It wasn't hurting. It just looked weird as shit. And I was sort of in a daze. And I remember pushing my arm down to the back where it belonged and thinking, I need to go to the hospital. So I walked to the house. Uh, Mom rushed me to the hospital. They x-rayed it. Got lucky it was a clean break. Uh, and then they put the cast on. Uh, Sent me to a doctor the next day to have the regular doctor take a look at it, and he said the same thing. And then a week later, I broke it again. The second time I broke it riding a bicycle across a rock wall. Again.
Okay, so you were the genius to get on a bicycle and do stunts
Oh yeah.
while in a cast with a broken arm.
Yes. Yes. I was that particular individual.
Wow.
I
You would have gotten along really well with a childhood friend of mine named Tommy. Now, Tommy was a skateboarder, and he was real good. He was very much encouraged by his parents in it, to the point where they built a half pipe in his backyard. And one day we were skating his half pipe, and he went down and broke his arm. The next day, he was out there on the half pipe in a cast. I'm like, Tommy, what the hell are you doing, dude? He's like, oh, I can skate. It ain't no problem. Blah, blah, blah. He goes to drop in and ends up landing wrong and broke his other arm.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Except it was both on my left arm. And I spent that whole year I spent that whole summer in a cast, man. And to beat it all, about 3 weeks before I broke the arm, I had just got a cast off my leg. So yeah, I was not a happy camper that summer. That was just miserable. And I thought, like I said, Mom was going to kill me. Yeah, I was a daredevil when I was a kid. I did stupid shit, just like we all did. It's a shit I did was probably a bit stupider than what everybody else was doing. So, and I paid for it. Well, hello, Mr. Nightstrike. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Ellis. How are you doing, cuz?
Not bad. Have you made any decisions on your purchase as of yet?
Yeah, I've actually got some more money coming in, and I think I'm going to get a SIG P320.
A SIG, a good choice. That is a good choice, and I don't think anybody's going to fault you on it.
Because I'm doing some work right now, some IT work for my local gun shop, all things considered. So I'm getting some money from that. So I'm going to use what I get from that and what you and everybody sent me graciously, and I appreciate everything. I'm going to go ahead and buy I'll either buy one off of Arms List or I'll get one off of the internet. And I'll do when I do, I will let everybody know when that happens.
Oh,
you're gonna pick up a 320C?
I'm probably going to pick up a 320 carry. Not a compact, a carry. But I'm going to get it in 357 SIG instead of 40 Smith & Wesson.
There you go. I think I would go with a 9mm, but hey, there you go.
Well, I've always wanted to. I've shot 357 SIG before from friends, but I've always wanted to have one of my own.
Well, I understand that, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to fault you, and I don't think anybody else would either. yeah, it's a damn good round. The issue I'm having is how available is that type of ammunition going to be in Walterboro?
Walmart does sell it, though it's a little expensive. I can get it from my local shop, and if I can't get it in Walterboro, I'll probably just go to PSA and get it in Somerville because PSA stocks it all the damn time.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal round, and I mean, I've got a 320. I love my 320. It's accurate, it's durable. I haven't had any issues with it at all,
and it's drop safe.
And
it's now drop safe.
It is.
Oh no, his was drop safe to begin with.
Yeah, it is completely drop safe. I've dropped it probably 10 or 12 times on live shows.
Well, what I was looking at is for a carry gun, I was looking anywhere in between 45 caliber, 49 millimeter, and I just thought if I'm going to get something, I want to get something where I'm not stuck to one caliber all the time. And with the SIGs, you can get the exchange kits and change it to a different caliber. So I figured I'd go that route.
Yeah.
Because it's all intents and purposes, it's what the military used for the M17. So it's a modular platform. So that was my decision.
Yeah, the downfall I'm just being honest, playing devil's advocate here. The downfall with the exchange kits is, one, sometimes they're difficult to get even from SIG, and two, they're pretty damn expensive.
They're as much as buying a new gun in some points, but I've seen a lot of them being sold on like Gunbroker and Arms List, so they're not that hard to get a hold of. It's just whether you have to outweigh whether the price is justified or not. That's what you have to convince yourself.
Oh,
well, that plus there's a few companies out there that are designing carbine platforms that fire control unit goes right into as well.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, so that's why I decided. You know what? I don't care how I do it. Whether I'm going to get, I wanted to get some form of SIG as a carry gun. I don't care whether it was at this point. Originally, I didn't care whether it was a P250, a P320. I was even looking at the 239. But I ultimately decided, you know what? I'm just going to wait till I get this other IT job done and just buy myself a 320.
Well, there you go. If that's what you want, and that was the thing I'll begin with. People were asking me, well, why didn't I just buy you something and have it sent to you? Because I wouldn't want somebody to buy me a gun and send it to me without my input.
No. Carry weapons are very, very personal. I mean, what you love and absolutely find to be the ultimate in carry weapon is not going to work for somebody else.
Everybody's got their own opinions on things. You carry your Ruger, and me, I should have my M&P here in the next couple of weeks. I thought I was going to have it by now. Unfortunately, things has happened, and I had to put money in other places. But no big deal. I will have it out next week, the week after. But I did actually pay for a holster for it today. I got a great deal from a guy that Ghost knows. $100. I got 2 holsters. One for my Star and the other for the M&P. So
nice.
I can't complain. I can't complain there. That's $50 a holster. Plus, he said he's going to add in a little something extra. I don't know what that might be. Well, we'll see when I get the holsters. But I appreciate that, and Ghost, I appreciate you hooking me up with this guy. He's a great guy. I've actually got him agreeing to do a show with me. So I've got some shows coming up and some interviews, including one that I meant to talk about a little last night before we got started on the roast. But for any of you guys that has liked the wrestling shows that I've done over the last several weeks, I have got one of the biggest stars from the Memphis area going to be on my show at some point in the near future. If you've ever watched any kind of Memphis wrestling, then you know who superstar Bill Dundee is. He went back and forth with Jerry Lawler, Eddie Gilbert. He's had big matches in the NWA. So I'm going to have him on the show in the next few weeks. He's already agreed to it. We just need to set up a date. So that ought to be an interesting show. Get an inside look at something that was a big part of my childhood, which was professional wrestling, and do it with a guy who was actually there and living the life. So I think that ought to be great.
That sounds absolutely phenomenal. The name sounds familiar for sure.
I got NSA popped.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to bounce out, gentlemen. Been a rough day, and I got to get myself cleaned up and ready to roll. So, thanks for letting me pop in there, Ellis. Congratulations, Night Strike, and you're welcome. Have yourselves
Thank you.
great evening. Keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber, gents.
I always do, brother. I always do. Give her a hug and a kiss for us.
Will do.
Okay, bud. So, what was the final decision for you to get the SIG? Was there any one particular thing that stood out that said, "Okay, yeah, that's what I want"?
Well, I know a lot of people.
Caliber.
Well, I know a lot of people use it reliably as carry guns. I know a lot of law enforcement uses it, but police departments, instead of the standard Glocks, they use it as well as. Remember, the Army decided to use it for their new carry pit, for the new issued sidearms. So I figured it might not be that bad idea to go and take a look at one.
What is going on with your mic?
What? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. All of a sudden, there you sound like the demon Matt.
I have this same setup. Hold on. How about now?
Yeah, that's a bit better. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I have the same setup as Matt does. I might have to order a new mixer or something. Oh well. But yeah, it was just that I wanted something, for lack of a better word, dead reliable. It was either getting one of the SAR pistols, getting one of the CZ pistols, or getting a SIG, because all three of those are reliable carry pistols.
I agree. Well, you know what my defining choice was when I sat down and thought about what I needed for a carry gun at work. It had to be small enough to conceal, and I mean, it had to be small enough to conceal really well. I didn't want something that was going to be terribly expensive, but I wanted it to be reliable. I was going to go with a Ruger LC9. That was actually the first choice. I had no problem with Ruger pistols. They don't make handguns; they make handheld tanks. Those things are tough as nails. But the thing is I was on Gunbroker, or not Gunbroker, Grab a Gun, and they had this thing where there was a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield with night sights for just over 300, 325, I think it was, and 3 magazines. And I was like, you know what? I won't have to buy magazines. It's already got the night sights, so I ain't got to worry about changing those out. Now that's a damn good deal. So I just went ahead and jumped on it. Didn't even think twice about it. So And like I said, I should have that one out of layaway and next week, the week after. I was hoping to have it out by this week, but like I said, things come up that I had to pay for, didn't know I had to pay for, so it's okay though. It's okay. We will get it all worked out. What's going on now here in the chat? Let's see. Night strike sites. Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Travis, what the hell are you talking about, brother? Not always the case. Sometimes there's a rare occasion that the military goes with quality. Night strike.
Thompson. The Thompson submachine gun.
I'm not sure I would consider the Thompson submachine gun a quality gun.
Compared to what they made to replace it, yeah, I'd say so. Okay. Follow me here for a second. Which would you rather have, a grease gun or a Thompson? If you had to choose between the two.
You know, I was always a fan of the grease gun. I really was.
I like the grease gun too. But if we're going to talk about quality, do you want something made out of $20 in sheet metal, or do you want something that's actually quality made? And that's what you had with the Thompson. The Thompson was quality made. Yes, it was overpriced, but it was quality made compared to $20 in sheet metal.
Okay, I'll give you that. They were made better and out of better materials than the grease gun. But let's talk about other aspects of both guns. The accuracy on both was about the same. It stuck.
I'm not arguing on that. But again, my point was the military sometimes does choose quality, over just the cheapest. And that is one case where they didn't have a lot of other options, so they did choose quality over, cheapness.
Yeah, that's what I've never understood.
I mean, if the point is to kill the other side the best way possible, why cheap out on equipping your men with inferior rifles? I don't understand that.
Because it's normally the cheapest bidder that gets the contract, and the cheapest bidder normally has the cheapest product. So, well, how do you think we ended up with a 5.56 round?
We ended up with a 5.56 round because apparently the military, the soldiers bitched about having to carry around 300 rounds of 308, and they said, "Oh, it's too heavy. We can't carry this." And then we got stuck with the 5.56 because it's easier to carry around, but it's not as effective as 308.
I don't think that's exactly how it happened, but I think it was more along the lines of
the military cheaping out.
They were looking for an intermediate cartridge and something smaller, lighter, more compact than the 308, and 5.56 fits the bill. I don't know why they didn't go with a 6.5 or a 6mm, but who knows? Who knows? I think that they did themselves a disservice with going 5.56. I think a 6.5 or 6mm would have been a much better choice. Yeah. Grant you, it wouldn't have been as small or compact, but I don't know how many of you guys has ever done it shiny groundhogs, but I've shot groundhogs with 223s, and I've seen them crawl away. So,
yeah,
if a 20-pound groundhog's gonna crawl away, 120-pound human probably do the same thing. And a wounded enemy is a dangerous enemy. I'd prefer to have something that's just gonna kill them right off. So.
I agree.
What do I know? I'm not in the military, never have been, never claimed to be.
No, neither was I. But again, if history has shown us anything, don't always cheap out, because then you end up fighting somebody who's still using 30 caliber while you're using 22.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, you know.
I understand that.
Yeah. So, when are you expecting to be picking up your 320?
I don't know. It depends on when I get paid. I haven't gotten paid yet.
What exactly are they wanting you to do?
I'm building websites right now.
Okay.
And I'm also fixing some of his broken ass computers.
So he's basically just putting you to work in his IT department for the time being.
More or less, but I'm getting paid for it, so.
Well, let me ask you a question. Could this might lead into something more permanent?
Probably.
And would you be interested in that if it did?
I'm working for my local gun shop, of course.
Yeah, that would be a dream job for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do it.
Wouldn't you want to do that? You know, work for
a gun shop. Well, I wouldn't mind working for a gun shop as long as the pay was right, and you know, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm at right now, where I'm working my ass off and I'm not getting any kind of benefits for it other than, you know, your paycheck. I don't have any kind of insurance whatsoever, and dude, I'm 45 years old. You know, if something was to happen and I was to end up with some kind of medical issues, I can't afford it. Not with no insurance. So that's why I'm looking for something that does offer said insurance.
Right.
So, but it has to be a job making enough money to where paying for the insurance would be worth taking the job. Yeah. So, in this day and age, that's kind of a hard thing to find.
Well, I have an agreement with them, so we're in the process of setting up a not a long-term contract, but a short-term contract, because of all the work he needs done. You know, just because he needs more than one website built, he also needs a lot of his computers fixed. So, you know, hey, if it makes money, I'll do it.
Well, exactly how old are his computers that you're fixing?
Oh, that's they're not that old. It's just a bunch of desktops and laptops that he's bought over the years. Couple, you know, lately the years. You know, like probably none of them are older than 5 years old. So they just right now, all I'm doing is just wiping them and reinstalling Windows on them. That's all. That's all they need done. If they need any more than that, then I troubleshoot that and fix that.
Huh. So you're not looking at replacing hardware or anything like that?
Not unless he wants to.
Well, that shouldn't be too bad.
No, it's easy work. It's just, you know, I have to go down and do that, you know, a couple days out of the week.
No, like I said, I hope that does turn into something more permanent for you. I mean, that would be a good source of income. And would offset the cost on GunTube as well. And you know what you could do? You could work out a deal where he actually advertises his gun shop on GunTube.
Yeah, I thought about that. But he has to have decent enough websites where people can buy stuff off of his store and he can ship it to them. So I'm working with him on getting something like that set up.
Now, what's the name of this gun shop?
It's not technically a gun shop. He does everything. So he's registered as a pawn shop.
Okay.
So it's called the Silver Dollar Pawn Shop. It's the one where you went past when we went.
No, it's the one we stopped in as we was coming back from your place that time, and they had a nickel-plated Star BM sitting in a case.
Yeah.
I want that freaking gun. I want that pistol.
Yeah.
It's the first time I had ever had my hands on a nickel plated Star BM.
I
And
won't.
it
I won't
was
lie, Ellis. I went in there the other day, and he had a used uh, Mauser Gewehr 98 for sale, and the I'm not a bolt action guy, but the bolt action on that Mauser was butter smooth, and it was $300. I was almost tempted.
yeah, I'd have broke your neck.
You would have. That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah,
But but you understand the temptation, though, right?
oh yeah, I understand temptation. Hell, I've been tempted to go ahead and put a Chris Victor on layaway. I just haven't done it yet.
I showed you a place where you can do layaway for like.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just right now I need to save the funds and put them into other areas.
I understand. I understand.
So
But yeah, no, he had a lot of interesting things the other day when I went in. But I'm not. I didn't stay long that day because the ATF decided to audit him.
oh really?
Yeah. Remember, regardless of what some FFLs say that the ATF never comes and audits you, don't believe them. Because the ATF can choose at their discretion to pull your FFL name out of the hat and come down and audit your records whenever they want. During your normal business hours. So just keep that in mind.
Wow. And how well is that going? And how long is it going to take?
I don't know, but I'm supposed to go in later this week to talk to him once, hoping that they've gone and done their thing already, and talk to him about possibly about doing more work. So,
Hey, Inside, how are you? Guns and Glories out there. Gun-loving grandpas out there. Vanessa, how are you? Midnight still hanging around. Midnight, I have a question for you. Uh, if you're listening, I've still got the goat gun that you have won from last month. So how about we do this? I'm going to go ahead and give that one to somebody else. It's that gold AK. I haven't bought anything this month. I just ain't had the fun. And we are going to do another giveaway with that goat gun. And I will just buy Midnight or send him the funds to buy his own goat gun of his choice. So,
provided he goes and buys it.
So we will do that and take care of two birds with one stone. Okay, well then I will send you the money so you can buy your own gold AK-47, and I don't have to have your address. Deal. Okay, gotcha. Now that that's taken away, we are going to do another giveaway, and we're going to do it right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man!
Yeah. So everybody's name is in the hat. Let me turn the camera on here so everybody know this thing's legit. And there's the list of names. I don't know how well you're going to see that, but it's all upside down, backwards, and everything else.
No, it looks good.
But there it is. And I hit the choose button. And, well, Ghost Tactical. The thing about that is Ghost has already told me if he ever won one. And if you don't believe me, there it is. It's Ghost Tactical. If he ever won it, draw again and give it to somebody else. So we're going to do it again.
So,
and here we go. Holy shit! Look at this. Can you guys see that?
I think you need to draw again.
You think I need to draw again for NEA?
No, for somebody else.
Why?
Because Matt's going to tell you the same thing.
Well, yeah, no. I'm going to leave that up to Matt. So at this point, Never Enough Ammo just won a gold AK-47, which will be his second one. So he can do whatever he wants. He can give it away. He can give it away on his channel, but that's it. So I will get a hold of Matt in just a minute and ask him for his address so I can send him his goat gun.
Oh! You don't have to ask him.
Oh, I'm going to ask him. I'm just not going to send somebody something without their permission or have somebody else send me their address. No.
I've done it to him before. He wasn't expecting that video card. He wasn't expecting that at all.
Guess what, asshat? You just won the goat gun this month. I think that's the nicest way to tell him.
Oh, remember to end it with "Go fuck yourself."
You're right about that. Okay. You just won the goat gun this month. Capital letters, go fuck yourself. So now that that's taken care of, that's going to go over well because that gives him 2 gold AKs, which means he will probably do a giveaway and give one of those 2 away.
Yeah.
So there we have that, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to be a part of these goat gun giveaways that I do every month, what you can do is go over to my Patreon, the Outlaw Hatfield, and donate $1 to $5. For every dollar up to $5 you donate, you get an entry. It's really simple. It's not very complicated. I've had one guy won a goat gun twice already in a row. So chances are you can win the same thing. So that's pretty good. He won the same goat or 2 different goat guns 2 months 2 months apart. I thought that was amazing. It was Roberto. So it's refresh this so everybody's name's back on it for next time. There we go. And I still have to buy a goat gun for next month's giveaway. So there we have that. But like I said, anybody that wants to be a part of the goat gun thing, just go over to my Patreon. The link should be down below. Donate $1 to $5 for every dollar you enter. You send, you will get another entry. Yeah, no insight. I had to do some shaving. I'm looking for another job. No, it has nothing to do with how hot it is. I'm in the job market, and I didn't figure anybody to be too up to hire somebody like Grizzly Adams right off the bat.
Well, I shaved the other day too, but that's only because I'm doing work for him, and I gotta look respectable when I do work down there at the shop. So,
well, if I was working at a gun shop, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, I have to look presentable anyways because I'm doing a job for him.
Night Strike, you never look presentable. So.
Oh, come on, dude.
See, we need to do a roast with you.
No, I get roasted every fucking day.
We need to do a roast with you because
I expect it.
Yeah, but you get so upset over it. That's the great part. If you would just let it not bother you, we wouldn't do it.
No, you would still do it. It would just be less funny.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. We're going to come up with a list, me and Matt, and next Monday on his show, we are going to do a bracket to see who is going to be the next person roasted on my show. So we're doing the bracket on his show to find out who's being roasted on my show next. Does that make any kind of sense to anybody?
No, but hey, this is YouTube and this is gun channels on YouTube, so anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can, will, has, and probably will again. And we talk about a little bit of everything. So hey.
We do.
But yes, that's going to be the bracket next week, and I'm going to come up, or Matt and I should say, are going to come up with a list of names to put in the hat to be roasted next. And Insight, your name will definitely be in that list somewhere. Be expecting it. You might actually come out on top. Along with, of course, Ghost, Clover, a few others.
Well, Insight has stated before that he wants to take a trip back down here and visit because he's originally from the city I live in.
Yeah, I know.
Well, not originally from. I think he said he grew up here.
He was born in Walterboro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well. Well, me and him was actually talking. He likes to fish.
Yeah.
So we were discussing it a couple of weeks ago. Him coming down sometime, and we all just meeting up at the lake, do some fishing for a couple of days.
Yeah.
If we get you out there, if you got a tent, do you own a tent?
No, I could buy one though.
You get yourself a tent. I've got a small grill that we use. I got a tent that we use. So we have a way to cook and this, that, and the other. We could all meet out over at Santee Cooper Lakes, and just hang out, fish, have some fun.
Yeah, no.
Camp out for a couple of days. Yeah, I'm up for it if y'all are, but I'm going to be there anyway. That's I'm there about once a week, doing some fishing or whatever.
Scott, you shut your dirty mouth.
Maybe you can get Coy out there.
No, I don't think he's one for fishing or camping, but you could ask him.
No, he said he's already told me he's in for it.
All right. Well, then
the only person we're hung up on is you.
You don't really have to be hung up. I'm not a fan of camping, not in this heat, but again, what the hell?
I mean, basically, all you'd have to have, dude, is a couple fishing rods or a fishing rod and, a tent.
I'll probably buy a new cheap fishing rod at Walmart.
Get you a tent or hang a hammock between two trees and pray it don't rain.
No. Just get a cot in the tent.
A cot?
Yes.
A cot.
A camping cot.
Okay, I just got a response from wow. I just got a response from Matt. He laughed, LOL. Give it to Travis, he said. Which fucking Travis?
Yeah, you have to ask which Travis. Travis P11?
Wow. Give it to Travis.
Travis.
Which Travis? There's 50 of them.
No, there's at least 5.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to turn the cam on for this because y'all gonna laugh your ass off. Because y'all ain't gonna believe this conversation we're having. I don't know if y'all can read that or not.
All right, hold it right there. Yes, okay. Laugh out loud. Give it to Travis. Which Travis? P11. He needs one. I already have my golden AK.
So, there you go. Travis P11, you're getting a golden AK.
I think Travis P left.
Well, that's fine. I know how to get a hold of him. If not, I'll find his damn phone number, call his ass. Hey, I need your address.
I can give you his address.
Yeah, I know. You can give me everybody's address.
I literally do have everybody's address. I've got an address book.
No, Calveris, no, I have never fished with TNT. But when I was a kid, we used to have these M80 firecrackers, right? And when I needed bait, I would take those M80s, light them up, throw them in a small creek, and it has the same effect as dynamite on a big river. You know, you get the explosion and the minnows float to the top. Made it real easy to catch bait.
Now, when I said that about that address book, that's because I send stickers and whatnot out to people, and I make sure to save those addresses. So if I need to send more out for hit or miss, or just for any giveaways or anything, I don't have to worry and ask them again and again and again for the address.
Mm. Do you have my address?
Yes, I
You
do.
do.
I
Yes, you
do.
do have my address. I just remembered that.
I
Yes.
do have the address. I've even been there.
Now, well, there you go. Vanessa knows how to catch bait. Listen at her. M80s and clay. Light them and toss them in. Yep.
Yep.
I'll tell you something I seen one time, though.
What?
I seen a guy take an M80 firecracker. He had caught this big ass snapping turtle.
Mhm.
And I guess he got pissed off at it because he couldn't get his hook out of it or something. And he was going to eat the sumbitch anyway. And he took this M80 firecracker. He tied it to the end of a stick. He lit it, put it in front of this turtle's mouth. The turtle snapped onto it. And when it went off, that turtle's head just peeled back. It was like shunk. It was like, ooh.
One way to do it.
Oh, yep. Yep. But drug it home, and I guess he had turtle soup that night. Those things are a bit more powerful than people give them credit for. So, well, folks, we've had a pretty good show tonight, I think.
Elvis 30 Special is asking me, do you have a Rolodex?
Do
Yes,
I
I
have?
do.
Of course he has a Rolodex. He's a fucking geek. Have you ever seen him? He's even got a pocket protector, for Christ's sake.
Fuck you! I don't have no fucking pocket protector.
Oh yeah, he's got the pocket protector.
And Rich said, speaking of Travis P11, I got it straight from him. He didn't just have one sky; he had three.
Wow. Nice try's got the whole, the pocket protector. He walks around with magnifying glass, a monocle. He's all geeked up. He's ready. He is prepared for geekdom.
One of these days during your camping trip at the lake, you're going to drown.
Oh, really? It's a good thing I know how to swim.
It is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah. My girlfriend apparently don't know how to swim, which I think is hilarious.
Well, there's only one way to fix that.
Yeah, well, I told her, I said, you need to jump in. I don't know how to swim. I said, it ain't real hard. You cup your hands, you pull water, and you kick your feet. That's
Practice in a swimming pool first. Jesus.
it. And I try to explain to her, you can actually swim underwater easier than you can swim on top of the water.
Yeah, but you can't breathe underwater.
Well, no, you can't breathe underwater, but you can get, look up, find out where you need to be, go back under, swim a little bit, come back up. You can get to where you want to be swimming underwater. It's not difficult. Swimming underwater is actually a whole lot easier than swimming on top. Unless, of course, you just want to float, which the human body is naturally buoyant anyway.
That's
Just give it a chance and you will float. You don't have to actually swim. But, what the hell do I know? I'm just a redneck from West Virginia.
on YouTube.
On YouTube. But I do not claim to be a internet gun expert. I'm not that particular West Virginian. I am not that particular West Virginian.
Well, I wouldn't call him a West Virginian because he moved to Seattle. Well, not Seattle.
It don't matter. If
he
was born in West Virginia, he'll always be a West Virginian, whether he wants to.
I'm just glad I wasn't born in West Virginia.
Hey, you know what? I'm proud of where I'm from.
I know. I'm just busting your chops.
It's a beautiful state. It's got a great history. You know, I have seen some things there that I have never seen anywhere else in the United States. Just natural beauty and unless you're from there and know these little areas and how to get to them, you just miss it.
So, have you ever met the Mothman?
Have I ever met the Mothman?
Well,
not personally. It ain't like I've sat down and had a conversation. You know, hi, how you doing? Have a cup of coffee.
But you know what I'm talking
about. Let's have tea. Yes, I know who the Mothman is, or what the Mothman is, I should say. Myth, urban legend, call it what you want.
You know, similar to like the Jersey Devil, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Hey, wait a minute. The Mothman would kick the Jersey Devil's ass. I'm telling you, Mothman.
Well, it's the Jersey Devil. I'm not sure.
So,
could Bigfoot kick the Mothman's ass?
Yep. If there was 15 of them, he probably would. Mothman is just a mean motherfucker. You got to watch out for him.
Now we need to represent Scotsman in this one. Can the Mothman take on Nessie?
Nessie don't exist. That's a myth. God. Lord, where you been? How can you compare Mothman, Bigfoot to Nessie when everybody knows Nessie is just a myth, a legend? Mothman and Bigfoot are real. We know they exist. There's proof. There's video proof. Damn it. They've got pictures. Moving pictures.
Okay. What about the Mothman versus the Chupacabras?
Yeah, two cobras are too small. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay.
Wouldn't stand a chance.
As long as we got that out of the way. All right. Okay.
Yes, he did. I need your address. I can't believe I'm sending a goat gun to Nebraska of all places. Nebraska.
You know, with Gizzard Gary, it wouldn't be so bad because Gary's awesome. Because he's in Kansas.
Yeah, well. What the fuck's in Nebraska?
Nothing.
Omaha?
Omaha.
Well, that's about it, ain't it?
Yeah.
Omaha and Travis.
Omaha, Travis, and Sandhill Shooter.
Yeah, Rich White says the Mothman isn't a myth. We know Yankee exists. You're right. We know.
No. Well, if Yankee's the Mothman, then who the fuck is Bigfoot? Because I thought Yankee was Bigfoot.
That's Bob. Bob is Bigfoot. Biker Bob. We've already discovered all this.
That would make sense, him running over and across the border all the damn time.
So now I've got an issue. I've got to send Midnight money to buy his own goat gun. I've got to send Travis a goat gun. And I've got to come up with a consolation prize for Matt. So what do we do? How do we resolve this issue?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I will think of something and let you folks know. Anyway, I've had a good show. We've had a good show. I'm getting off here. I just got a link from Ghost. I'm going to jump over there for a little while, see what's going on. You guys might want to jump over there and watch Ghost Tactical. Great show, great guy. I have no clue what he's talking about tonight. There's another show coming on later. I think it's called Hit or Miss. You might want to check that out. It might be okay.
Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock.
It's the like the third or fourth best show on Tuesday nights.
It used to be the first best show on
That was
TV.
because it was the only show on Tuesday nights.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't take that away from me.
I mean, you know, it's hard. It's not hard to be the best when you're the only.
Hey, I gotta stay classy.
You know, make Matt a go fuck yourself video. That's a good idea. I think I'll do that. Yes. I'm going to make a go fuck yourself video for Never Enough Ammo.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, well, it's coming. Be looking for it. It's coming. I don't know when, but I will have it out eventually. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Night Strike's out of here, whether he wants to be or not. I mean, you don't have to leave. You can sit around in the empty hangouts for a while. But, it's totally up to you. But I'm out. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by, spending some time with me. God bless every one of you. And take care.
Should not be infringed.
Yeah, I was waiting on it. I got to let you get that part in anyway.